Hi everyone, welcome Kavita Gowda in here, and today we are talking about something that basically affects every teenager, hormonal health. And also we have a very special guest with us, that is Dr. Anu, who is going to help us discuss on how do hormonal change affect daily life as a teen. Anu, welcome to the show and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Kavita.
So to start simple, what exactly are hormones and why do hormones change so much during the teen years?
Hormones are chemical messengers that are produced by glands in your body, and they travel through the bloodstream and tell different organs and tissues what to do. Like this can be related to how the body should be growing, sleeping, emotions, handling stress, and so on. Hormones are produced by major glands. So there are different glands in our body, like pituitary gland, which is also called as a master gland. Then we have the thyroid gland, adrenal glands, the ovaries, testes, pancreas, and so on. Some common hormones include adrenaline, insulin, estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, melatonin, which is regulating sleep. So these are the different kind of hormones. Now during the teen years, what happens is that hormones change a lot because the body is going through a transformation called puberty, the process of becoming physically mature and being able to go to the next phase of like reproduction. So it's a starting phase. So that is why you see a lot of hormonal fluctuations. And the sequence basically is like the brain. The brain is having the hypothalamus, which is secreting the hormones, and that is giving signal, which is leading to the testes and ovary producing the sex hormones. So they see a lot of changes during the teen years. You can see development of deepening of the voice tone in kids. That becomes a deeper tone. Then there is a sudden burst of growth spurt, you can say. Then facial hair happens. So these are all due to the difference that is happening during this period of time.
Basically, your body is experiencing change, right? How does that affect on your emotions or mood? Can you detail on that, please?
So hormones fluctuate a lot during this adolescent years because the body is still calibrating these new changes that is happening, and the brain, the reproductive organs, the metabolism, the emotional centers are all developing at the same time, and it's like a confusing stage as well. So teen brains are also developing, especially areas that are involved in emotional things like decision making, then emotions, impulse control. So which is one reason why teens can feel that emotion or a little bit too much during the adolescence. So most of these changes will be established after some time when they are changing into adulthood. As I said, it is a transition phase. That is why it is felt more. Though it will be established after some time, this is a few years will be a bit tricky as it will be expressed more.
When we think about teenagers, especially who are in high school or early college, getting less sleep,
hormones can strongly affect the moods and emotions because they directly interact with the brain, especially the areas involved in stress, reward, motivation, fear, achievement, and emotional regulation. So they influence the chemicals in the brain, which are called as neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine. We can also call it as the mood stabilizers. And there is also one more hormone called stress hormone, which is called as cortisol. So it will help the body to regulate stress. Now, if it is in a stress burst, are actually useful, but not constantly high cortisol. So when the cortisol is too much, then that becomes a problem. So enough of cortisol is helpful in regulating stress. But if it is too much, then it can lead to imbalances, hormonal imbalance. And this is how the mood and emotions are affected in the early teen or the adolescent age.
Thanks for the detail, Anu. When you think about teenagers, especially who are in high school or early college, getting less sleep is pretty common because of their schoolwork, homework, or assignments, or prepare for exams. Late sleep or getting less sleep, how does that impact on hormonal imbalance and how do we address that?
Late sleep definitely affects hormones. Your body follows an internal 24-hour clock, which is called as the circadian rhythm, which helps control when certain hormones are rising and falling, like where when there is a drop in the hormonal level, or if it is rising, then that is required. So sleep is one of the main things that keep the system synchronized. Now there are certain hormones that are directly connected to sleep. For example, melatonin released at night, which will help to feel you sleepy, and so therefore anything that will be away, taking that away, like bright screen or even overstudying or doing so much night vigil, that can disrupt your melatonin secretion, and that can lead to low sleep or poor quality of sleep. Another one hormone is cortisol. It is normally rising in the morning, so you have to be awake in the morning, which will help you wake up, and decrease at night. But when you are keeping yourself awake at night, you're actually disrupting its natural rhythm. So melatonin should be produced at night, and cortisol is supposed to be in the morning. But if you are going to do the reverse, then it's going to do the reverse effect, and that will impact on your health. Again, growth hormone. Much of it is released during the deep sleep, especially in teenagers. So poor sleep can interfere with the proper growth, muscle repair, and recovery. Insulin sleep deprivation can lead to make the body less sensitive to insulin, means they will have a very too much craving for high sugar diet, which will lead to obesity and so on. And it can also lead to early diabetes. So that's a bad thing to do. To note it down is that sleep is one important factor, and no messing up with sleep, even if it is an exam coming up or whatever it might be. A pattern of poor sleep can lead to hormonal imbalance. It can lead to disruption of the health
over the time. Yeah. Okay. Teenagers are very cautious about their appearance, especially their skin. We were too back then, that's a different story. But question here is, many experience outbreaks during or around their periods and feel stressed and insecure about it. And for some, it is a question about their confidence level. How can teen better understand this hormonal outbreak for skin and manage it in a healthier way?
Skin breakouts before periods, like in females, and even during the time of puberty, skin breakouts are very common, and it is linked to hormonal changes. During the menstrual cycle, hormone levels drop, naturally rise and fall, but just before the days leading to a menstruation, estrogen and progesterone level drops significantly, and there's an increase in androgens, which are testosterone-like hormones, or male hormones, you can say, and it can have a stronger effect on the skin. So you see noticeable changes like increased oil production or sebum production, clogging of the pores naturally, increased inflammation. So there's like a lot of skin eruptions which is happening towards nearing the period, and pimples or acne before periods, and the skin tends to become a little bit oily. Now, this is often called as hormonal acne. So this is actually absolutely fine. Now, there are certain contributing factors which can make the hormonal acne really worse. Poor sleep, bad food, and even not paying attention to your health level, that can lead to, and stress as well can add on to this hormonal acne, which can become very severe. So the regular hormonal acne, which appears just before the periods, like a 2 or 3 pimples that appears on your jawline or your lower cheek, that can go off after the periods are done. But if the contributing factors are adding to it, it can become severe acne. So therefore, some ways people should adopt to manage this hormonal acne or hormonal breakouts are gentle cleansing, keeping your face clean, avoid harsh scrubbing, getting enough sleep, enough nutrition, drinking enough water, staying hydrated, and also managing stress, which will help to combat this hormonal acne in a better way.
And Anu, your thoughts on exercising, sports activity, even small little walks or yoga or light workouts during periods, is it harmful or beneficial to your body?
Exercising during your period is generally not harmful. For many people, light to moderate exercise actually help relieve the period symptoms, like be it cramps, bloating, mood swings, stress, fatigue, and so on. So exercise, what it does is it can stimulate or it can increase the blood flow and release endorphins. Endorphins are natural chemicals which will actually elevate your mood and will help you reduce pain. That means the pain itself is forgotten and the person automatically feels better. the mood is elevated. So exercise recommended are walking, stretching, yoga, mild to moderate exercises. Now there are certain conditions when exercise is not recommended. For example, if the teen is facing like severe heavy bleeding, or say no bleeding at all, or if it is too much fatigue or vomiting, like physical symptoms, if that is present, then exercise is not recommended. But on a general basis, if you ask me, exercise actually helps to relieve the original symptoms which is felt during the course of menstruation.
Few experiences irregular periods. Is it always a sign that something is wrong, or it could be a part of your normal growth?
Irregular periods in the early years, like the first time a girl attains a period, is called as menarche. So it can be around 12, 13 years of age. So even after the first period, for the first few years, it can be slightly irregular. It can be sometimes skipped periods and all that, which is absolutely normal. And it can be normal during puberty, because communication between the brain, ovaries, and the hormones is still establishing. That system is being established in a gradual way. So it's nothing to worry. But irregular periods can also be temporary. It can happen due to stress, poor nutrition, sleep, which is not good enough, or intense exercise, weight changes in the body, and so on. Even poor nutrition, as I said. Now, it becomes a concern when it should be checked, or a person should be worried, a parent should be worried if the periods have not started at all around the age of 15, or the bleeding is very severe, extremely heavy periods, or cycles remain very irregular for many years, like say more than 4 years at a stretch. If it is not established, a pattern is not established, and there are severe pain associated, and there are symptoms like excessive body hair growth, severe acne, or major weight changes, major weight fluctuations, then it is imperative that the parents also take notice and get them with the help of a specialist to understand why, if there is any associated concerns like a polycystic ovary syndrome, or thyroid disorders, hormonal imbalances, or nutritional problems that the child has. So that is when it becomes a concern. And otherwise, if you see generally, irregular periods in the first few years is absolutely normal.
All right. As we come to the end of this conversation, do you have any final recommendations or self-care tips for teenagers to manage their health and well-being during these periods?
During this phase, teenagers are trying to navigate certain things in their health, in their lifestyle, even certain decision making, and all of that is a phase of transition, I should say. As per Ayurveda also, we say that the 3 pillars of life is fun as nutrition, good food, good sleep, and we say brahmacharya or celibacy, which means discipline. So the primary focus should be to inculcate these 3 things in their daily lifestyle, or lifestyle changes in terms of inculcating proper nutrition, good food, not resorting to junk or fast food. So it can be counted as an early habit, which will lead a long way towards their health, even in their adulthood and later years. The second one is proper sleep, maintaining a sleep schedule, removing or warding off all the bright screens and other habits at night and activities at night. And the third one is discipline in their lifestyle, discipline in their study, having a schedule for doing things. So these 3 things are good for altogether for life ahead. So these are the 3 things that I would say that teenagers should try to correct and try to start from now on.
Yes. Anu, thank you so much for joining the call and be a part of this conversation. We hope this conversation encourages teenagers to feel more confident, informed, and comfortable talking about their health. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you for giving this opportunity to discuss about a very important and yet not understood topic, hormones, and still looking forward to good discussions with you. Thank you for this opportunity.